Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rolling with E-Man. I am your host, E-Man. Welcome to day number 11 of following my journey as I lead, attack my dreams, and achieve my goals one day at a time, and sooner or later be one of those Hollywood actors that everyone talks about. Today's been a good day. Woke up tired, but motivated. It's. I think sleep is one of my biggest obstacles. I love to sleep, so I'm learning how to survive off of only about 6 hours of sleep, and feeling fully rested. I know they say that you need to have like 8 hours of sleep, but I just want to try it. I want to learn my lesson. I'm not afraid to fail if I'm doing something wrong there. But right now I'm trying to go with 6 hours because since I've been attacking my dreams at this level, my days are flying fast. Like I can't believe I'm already doing another video. So so um so speaking of that, um, it does go by fast. Yes, I am a full time. I do work full time right now at a school. So I get today I managed to get off at 3. It's not my overtime day. On Mondays and Tuesdays, it's real hard because I have to stay till 6 o'clock working, 6 p.m. and I try to knock out by 10. So I only really have 4 hours to do stuff. And today I had more time to do it. And mind you, I still go to the gym. Uh, uh, Yesterday I had a setback that I forgot my sweats at the gym, and I mentioned it in the video. Instead of like complaining and beating myself up, I just I had time to work really good on my video yesterday. Hence, that's why I think it was over 40 minutes yesterday. And despite all this and all of these things that I'm attacking, it consists of small steps, small goals, one goal at a time. But I'm realizing that I'm starting to overload my goals, or I'm starting to um, think about my goals all the time. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but a thing that I'm learning today and what I'm going to talk about today is prioritizing your goals, making them the most important part of your day, because they're attached to life-changing mega goals, like the four main goals that I talked about throughout these first 11 days. Uh, so how do I get those huge goals accomplished? Just by doing all these smaller goals and by actually doing them, by making them priority. And that's something that I had a difficult time with in the past. And so now, of course, I had to research and do these things and figure out like, well, what was I doing wrong? Like what I've always made goals for myself. I always used to do lists, um, but I would attack it and then come back, attack it and then come back. This is more of it. It's been a good attack. It's still not the longest streak that I've done. I've gone a couple months attacking my dreams and goals. But then you slow down. Yesterday I spoke about the fake finish line where you feel you've done enough and you should take a break, but that's the dangerous part. You take a break and suddenly that 1 week break it turns to a year, because you just lose track. You lose momentum. So so in other words, I didn't prioritize my goals. I prioritized the rest. I wanted to take a break. Um, so this time I'm like, no, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna do my best to prioritize my goals this time. And how did I fail last time? I've noticed that I would do a lot of goals. I wouldn't do huge goals, mainly huge goals. Um, and but they weren't clear. They weren't detailed. I didn't have clear and detailed small goals to get to that bigger goal. So if my goal was, be in the union, be in SAG union, that's which is the actors union. That's That's a huge goal. And there's a lot of things I have to do to that. But I would be like, okay, I have to do that SAG thing. Okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do, and I'm trying to do it as I go. Uh, um, but that's such a huge goal that I have to make these small goals, write them down, not just say that I have to do this. I have to do this. Oh, I got to do this. I got because you'll forget those smaller goals. Yes, you're focused on the bigger goal, but you're gonna forget those smaller goals that you had in your mind. It's like, oh, I gotta go submit to work today or submit to auditions. I have to find reels of old, like, you have your to-do list on that, or your goals for that. So you have to have clear goals. Like, even I'm talking with my friend that's helping me with my finance side. Is I want to pay off my debt. Yeah, that's also a such a vague goal. I need to be more detailed, and that's what I'm going to work on today. I need to pick a date. How much of it am I going to pay, and by when? So now I have a more clear goal, and a more clear goal that's going to help me more likely to finish it and to clear it. And the other one was that if it wasn't perfect, if I didn't perfectly execute the goal, I would overwhelm myself and just give up on the other goals. So I learned not to worry about perfectionism. I used to be this, and I've talked about with auditions when I first did it, how I would be such a perfectionist, and everything had to be perfect. And because I was wanting everything to be perfect, everything came out like crap. So now, when I've been more like laying loose and just figuring out things, letting mistakes happen, um, if kind of like this 1 year, 12 week strategy that I'm doing is yeah, I might not get that 1 year goal in 12 weeks, but that my perfectionist inside me wants to completely do this, which is good. But now I'm learning to. It's okay if you don't. Just be proud of the amount you did do, but don't stop. When I was a perfectionist, I would just continue. I would just continue going with the. If it didn't happen, I'll restart. Like, look at the videos that I'm doing now. If I don't like something, there's some things that I'm like, oh, maybe I should start over and do that. Nope, I made it a goal that I'm not going to be a perfectionist. So whatever mistakes happen, I'm just going to let it happen. Um, so a good way to prioritize your goals and help you with your goals is stop being a perfectionist and let just things happen. And a big one for me that stop listening to those external distractions. Now, I like to party. I like to drink with my friends, and I would sometimes prioritize that over my goals. But that's again part-time rest. And I know if I party too hard, the hangovers now at my age, they don't last one day, they last multiple days. And then that ruins your motivation for future uh, um, goals. And next thing you know, you're resting for 2 days, 3 days, and then see how the momentum slows down again. And just because you didn't prioritize your goals uh, um, over you hanging out and having drinks. So now I try my best to avoid those type of not dilemmas, um, those type of events from happening. Yes, I do miss my friends, and I do think, oh, they're gonna go on without me, but that's part of life. The you're it's a life changing thing. Like, it's not. It feels like you're leaving them behind, and that's one of the things that raises my anxiety, is that I feel like there's a how do I say this? Long, weird pause. Ooh, maybe I'll have my first edit. Nope, I refuse to edit this because I'm not doing perfectionism anymore. I'm not a perfectionist. Um, I forgot where I was going with it, but yes, just know that you just avoid external distractions and prioritize your goals over things. Ah, there we go. I know where I was going. Uh, um, where my anxiety kicks in, where I feel that I'm losing friends because I'm not hanging out with them. I see them on Instagram, and then they're the party that I was supposed to go to, um, because instead I wanted to go do my video or um, work on an audition or something like that. It affects me, and I'm learning to cope with that and know that it's only going to get worse if I just if I keep thinking that way, and know that your friends, your true friends, will always stick around and support you because they know you're trying to achieve your dreams. So the other one that we do, that why we don't like why we don't prioritize our goals is because we have a fear of failure. We have a fear of failure, and for me, I've always been not afraid to fail since forever. I think I've done this pattern way too many times, but now doing this YouTube channel, I feel like I this won't stop because now I'm posting it and people are watching, and as soon as they're waiting, they're probably waiting for me to see if is today the day E-Man skips the day, um, and so that motivates me to keep doing that. So I don't fear failure, um, but when you don't prioritize your goals, um, one of the things that could destroy your goals is you start to think that you're going to fail, and then you start feeling embarrassed. Oh man, that would be embarrassing. My family would make fun of me. All my friends that I've been ignoring are gonna tell me that, like, see, you just wasted all this time. You could have been hanging out with us and blah blah blah. They're mad at you, and so everything just starts piling up. Compared to when you no longer care about failure, and I think I've said this before. Get excited for failure because it's literally a lesson. I love it when I fail now because I'm like, oh, I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to learn something new. Um, so 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 yeah, the best thing I could do and tell you about uh, on how to prioritize your goal, because I've been saying a lot of things that prevent you from prioritizing your goal, is plan it out. Take your time. Look at your goals the entire time. Just like one of the tips that I got for one of the big tips that I got because I'm trying to pay. If this is the first video that you see of mine, I'm trying to pay off my debt. I'm trying to get that thing out of there. So one thing that I've learned is that I have to be looking at my bank account every day. And I did not know that I was subconsciously ignoring it. And I know that I'm ignoring it. I remember saying, oh, I don't want to look at my bank account right now. I don't want to look at my bank account right now. And that's normal. I've shared this to some people, and they're like, yeah, I've done that. In fact, I don't think the few people that I've told this um, have said they've felt exactly like I felt, where they don't want to look at their bank account. And that's scary. So now it's just like I look at my bank account now every day just to see where it's going, where all my debts are at, see if there's any charges or anything. I'm starting to get very familiar with my numbers. I can track it now more in my head compared to before all this. So just like doing that, you got to do the same thing with your goals. Not that you're necessarily looking at them all the time, because you have to work on it. Uh, um, really plan out your goals. The I'm sure I'll do videos on different strategies on how to um, make goals. I've talked about the 1 year, 12 month, 12 months goal thing, where you make you Make goals that you want to do within 1 year, and then after you have that list, figure out how to do it in 12 weeks. That's one way. There's another way that I learned, which is the SMART goals. Make SMART goals. It's like a steps thing that you could do. Look it up. It's and it's an acronym. It means for I am not gonna lie to you. I know some of the words, but each word means, each letter in the word SMART stands for something that helps you with your goal. Um, read those up, and probably that'll be my next video on how to make SMART goals, um, because I learned it from the first grade teacher that I work with, and I fell in love with it, and then not knowing that it's actually a very famous way. SMART goals. Look it up. It's something that I'll probably do tomorrow. I'll work on a goal, because it's you could either make it a huge goal and figure out the small ones within it, or you can make a small steps and then figure out even smaller. Like you can make it. Oh, this will be a week goal. This could be a 1 day goal. This will be today's goal. Like it's crazy. You could do endless things with that. And I know I'm just ranting, but it's exciting. Um, but yeah, today I just wanted to talk about, man. It's we gotta prioritize our goals. Stop making it second. And yes, there's everyday life. I know some of you are married, have kids. Some of you have schoolwork, which is good because you're getting educated. You should be going and studying, trying to ace all those tests and stuff like that. Good for you. Good for you. But you don't have to go drinking Friday and Saturday. You don't have to go partying every weekend. You don't have to go to a theme park. You don't have to watch every single baseball game. That's a big one for me. I managed to dim down the two sports that I really like, and I used to watch sports every single day, and I'm realizing, I know I'm gonna hurt some people out there, that sports really is just entertainment. It's literally, I was like, oh man, I'm a consumer of all this. Like they win the championships. We don't. Yeah, when they win this championship, we get to buy championship gear. We don't actually win the championship. It's the players that win the championship. They get the rings. Now, if sports had to do with, hey, whatever team wins, that city's gonna get $1 trillion for schooling, then we're talking about, then you're rooting for our team because the state's gonna get money. But no, and right now it's football. I love football. I do fantasy football with my friends, and might be something that I might have to cancel too. How important are my goals? And I said it. I'm honest. I got to be upfront with people, and when it comes to that, oh, right now even it's giving me a little bit of anxiety. I was like, can I really get rid of fantasy? But then I think to myself, the way I've been thinking the last 11 days is, how important are your goals? How important is your dream goal of becoming a Hollywood actor? Would you sacrifice all the LA Charger games and UFC matches? If someone told you, hey, he'll be a Hollywood actor, but you'll never be able to watch the NFL games or watch any of the UFC fights ever again, I might take that. I might take that. And right now I'm saying, of course I have to take that. So why don't I just, oh man, I'm already convincing myself to quit all the other football and UFC. And I love those two sports. But anyways, here I go ranting. But I gotta prioritize my goals. You gotta prioritize your goals over sports, over partying, over binge watching on Netflix those shows that you really, really, really want to see. And if you're like me, you've watched The Office all seasons at least 3 or 4 times. I think I've seen it even more. Sometimes it's just my background noise that I'm watching. But when you really think about it and you're watching those episodes, you already saw those episodes. So why are you, it's almost like you're just numbing yourself. It's almost the same as doom scrolling. when you're just on Instagram going through it. It's just time wasting. You need time to go past because you have other things to do and you don't know what to do from now till then. So you do that. Now, if I have something to do later that night, I'm actually scratching up my minutes because I'm like, oh, I got to do this still. I got to do this, and it's pretty cool. I think that's why my days are flying by fast. Um, so, yeah, I think that's all I got for today. So today, the one thing you're gonna get from me, prioritize. First of all, I need to realize I need to practice on saying what is it? Prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. Um, or I should just change the word. Make your goals the most important part of your day. There we go. Instead of saying prioritize, it feels like a tongue twister. But yes, make your goals the most important part of your day. Put that ahead of everything, and you'll see how far it could take you. And you're going to see it with me because I'm going to prioritize my goals, and you'll see a difference. I think you're already starting to see differences on the videos. Um, yeah, thank you so much for rolling with me, man. Take care.